Who are Childs on the beat? Best producer in Louisiana. If you don't believe me, go to his YouTube page and check him out. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar and a dream. And the message for tonight is, challenge what you were taught. Challenge what you were taught. I think so many times in life, we never ask questions. We just go along with whatever was told us. And I think that's a huge problem, because I think what happens is, because of that, we become a product of our environment. I'll give you an example. I study a lot of finance. I study, do a lot of studying of wealthy people, read a lot of books, a lot of magazine articles. And one of the things that a lot of people say is, if you normally come from a poor family, you're normally gonna die poor. And if you come from a middle class family, you're normally gonna die middle class. And if you're born in a wealthy family, you will die in a wealthy income. Now, why do they say that? A lot of times it has something to do with the environment you're in, the people that you're around, and the lessons that you will be taught just by being around those type of people. So, the people that come from more of the lower class or poverty environment, right, including myself, right, one thing we have to do is challenge what we're taught. I think so many times we never challenge what we're taught. So what happened is we end up becoming a statistic. We become a product of our environment because we never ask questions. So you will have a parent, right, that'll tell you work, save money, right? Now, your parents and your grandparents, that worked for them. They didn't have the same opportunity that you have now. So when you try to save, you can't save to become wealthy. It doesn't happen by saving. It happens by investing. It happens by starting businesses. But it doesn't happen by just saving money. You need money to make money for you. You need money to make money for you. But when you're normally a kid and you're growing up, what your parent always tell you? Make sure you save some money. See, the thing about saving money is this also. You're going to have money in the bank account. Something's going to happen for you to have to go touch that money and spend it normally. You have to find a way to take that money and get that money to make more money for you. When you pay attention to wealthy people, they don't save the percentage of money that you might think they save. Do they have a lot of money? Yes, because overall they have a lot. But if you see somebody that's worth 100 million, I guarantee you they probably don't even have 50 million saved. They don't. Why? That money is working for them through investments, through businesses. If your money not working for you, you're really wasting your money time. Because your money can't grow that way. It's only going to grow one way, by being used. And a lot of times, we think money is, oh man, I got a big wad of cash in my pocket. So you can see a guy growing up, right? Another thing that you didn't challenge. You could be in the neighborhood and you see a guy and he can drive in a Mercedes, okay? 550 Mercedes. Brand new. And you like, oh man, that's big money right there. You can see a guy with a big wad of cash in his pocket and you like, oh man, that's big money right there. But you never question to ask yourself, is that what wealthy people do? And when you really start studying, you start figuring out they take their money and invest it. They take their money and buy businesses. They take their money and buy real estate. So that money makes more money. See, so let me show you the difference, okay? How we was taught, right, in our environment is the people that spend the money, they got big money, right? But when you look at the wealthy people, money come to them. They receive money. There's a big difference. But when you grow up in the environment in the hood, right, you're not taught that. So they tell you, hey man, go get the car. Hey man, make sure you got a pocket full of cash, even though that money not making no money for you. When you see people that's real wealthy, most of their money is tied up in investments. They money making more money for them. But if you don't ever ask the question, if you don't want to read a book, if you don't want to research anything, how will you know these things? Because you never challenged what you was taught. So you just went along with whatever mom and daddy told you. You never decided to question that. You can win by yourself. When you're a child, what do you normally talk? Don't talk to strangers, okay? And your parents mean well, but you know what happens? When you get older, you still don't talk to strangers. Then you become an adult, right? And you only talk to the people you work with, and you barely talk to them. You don't build any relationships with anyone. So when you decide to start a business, guess what happens? You can't make money because you don't even know how to talk to strangers. You don't even know how to walk up to a person and say, hey, how you doing? My name's Sidney Combs. Man, we selling apple pies, man. I got my own restaurant, man, and we got the best apple pies in town. Man, why don't you, man, buy one from us, man? We selling it for $3. $3 a slice. You got grown-ups that can't even walk up to strangers and talk to them because of how they was taught growing up. And then you got another group of people, right? When you come from the hood and the environment, but not even just that, you can even be middle class. You get to a point where you don't even know how to deal with other people. So now at the end of the day, you can't make more money. You can't build relationships with people that can get you that can open doors for you. You can't even get it. You can't get in good environments because you don't even know how to deal with people. And then you're so used to not dealing with people, you have a bad attitude toward people. Then your attitude's so bad to a point where people don't even want to deal with you. And you never question that. A lot of times because, well, mom and dad let me do it. You never stop to ask yourself, well, Dad, why would mom and dad allow me to do that? But mom and dad didn't understand that, okay, well, if you're trying to go somewhere further in life, you can't go there with that attitude. So what do? They heal you back. And you heal yourself back because you never asked the questions to figure out why. I give you an example, okay? Like I said, challenge your talk. You can have people, right? Men think they can do things by themselves, be single. And you got women at the end of the day that believe that they can live on their own, be single, all the above, right? But then you'll sit there and say, okay, in your environment, right? Normally in the hood, normally, you see single mothers in those homes. Normally. You don't see two-parent households as a norm, right? And people never ever stop to ask themselves one question and say, okay, if we pay attention to the middle to upper class, right? These are two-parent households, right? Okay, dog. So if I want to do better, right? Why wouldn't I just pay attention to what they do and do that instead of trying to do this? Do what I've been taught in my environment. It hasn't worked. You've seen it hasn't worked throughout your family. You want better results, or in the community, you want better results, but you decide to do the same thing because you won't ever challenge what you was taught. Get a job and work hard. When you growing up, your parents tell you, hey, get a job, work hard, get ready to go to school, get your degree, right? All those things are wonderful. But parents, most of the time, they never sit there and say, hey, I know my son, I'm telling him to go to college, but that same parent not pushing them to build a business, to start a business. And as a son or a daughter, you never question your mom and say, hold on for a second, Mom. Why is it that I gotta go to college? Why is it that I gotta get the job? Why can't I build my own business? Why can't I control my life? Because you never asked that question. You don't challenge what you was taught. You got people walking around with big stacks of money. Clean cars. Clean cars. All their money go out. Paying a car note. They got big wads of cash. Cash not making no money. We never stop to say, hold on for a second. The wealthy people don't do that. The wealthy people bring money in. They bring way more money in than they take out. But how we're taught, the people that just put out, they got money. Not looking at, well, what are they getting back from spending all this money? See, the thing about life, man, at the end of the day, man, you have to question every single thing that you've been taught throughout your life if you want to be the best version of yourself. Because if you want to be the best version of yourself, I can promise you one thing. You're going to see things your mom did and your father did and the neighborhood or the hood you lived in did. And you're going to say, you know what? I don't agree with that. You're going to see things that you're going to say, I don't agree with that. That can't get me where I'm trying to go. The whole purpose of this video is to challenge what you was taught. Don't just go along with what everybody else did, because if you go along with what everybody else did, you're going to get the results that everybody else got. My name is Sidney Combs. And I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar dream. I would like for everyone to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my page. This is a very, very, very important message. This message, also the other message that I post. I need as many people as possible to like this video. Share this video. Subscribe to my page. I don't ask anyone for Cash App. I don't ask anyone for PayPal. All I'm asking you to do is support me by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the page. Who is Chives on the Beat, which is the best producer in Louisiana. You don't believe me? Go to his YouTube page and check him out. My name is Sidney Combs. I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar dream.